Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 2 and the Another Life mission set in Whittleton Creek, Vermont. And today we will be taking care of the Sold challenge, which entails killing Nolan Cassidy with the House for Sale's defense systems, or anti-burglar system, which is a bit of overkill if you ask me. So for this one we will be bringing with us our ever trusty lockpick, a silenced pistol and some egmatic poison to take care of one of our targets, shall we say. So for this one we will also be getting a few discoveries and feats, namely become the real estate broker for dressing as the real estate broker. We will get the just a bite challenge discovery or feat for poisoning a muffin in the house for sale and getting someone to eat it. We will also get the extensive presentation challenge discovery or feat for showing Nolan Cassidy the entire house, which will also get us the mission story House for Sale. And we will exit the mission via the garbage truck, which will gain us the Remember to Recycle discovery or feat. So, right from the start, off the bat, this is going to be a relatively long one. There is a lot of dialogue towards the end of this. So we're going to go straight to the frog habitat area and along past Nolan Cassidy's house. And just as we get to the edge of the fence, we're going to duck down and into the frog habitat area, and we're going to run straight through this little patch of weeds straight into Mr. James Batty's garden, who is currently in his shed, which is where we need to be. So we're going to make our way around to the window on the far side, and we're just going to wait for Mr. Batty, who will leave momentarily, and then we can make our way inside. And once we can get inside, just to our left is our first clue, which is some legal documents and a shovel by the door. And we're going to grab both of them and exit back towards the frog sanctuary as fast as we can, because Mr. Batty will turn around and see you otherwise. And once in the frog habitat area, just past the bird houses, we will find a prompt on the ground to dig up a cigar box, and that is our second clue collected. So from here we're going to exit the frog habitat area, being aware of the two people in the area. One of them is that guard ahead of us there, but he's the least of your worries. It's the other guy who might see you, so stay crouched. So from the frog habitat area, we're going to make our way round to the little muffin stand that is just by the house being renovated. And at this muffin stand we will find a quantity of muffins, of which we are going to help ourselves to at least 2. I'm going to grab 3 just for good measure, but you should only need 2. From here we are going to then make our way to Helen West's house, and we're going to vault straight over the fence, through her garden, crouching all the way, and down into the basement. And we will lockpick our way into the basement, where we will find a very sinister looking basement, but we will also find 2 poisons. 1 lethal, there we go, and 1 more agmetic. So we now have 3 poisons in total. So with those acquired, we can now move on to our third clue and the Janus kill. So we're just going to exit out of the basement, vault over the fence and around to the front of the house and past the house. And we're going to go into Janus's house via the garage. So once we get past Janus's house, we're just going to give it a bit of a wide berth as the cameras are still running. And we want to keep an eye on the guard just to our right there in blue, because he's going to make his way straight past us. So we need to be careful when lockpicking the garage door. And then we're just going to wait outside the garage for the same bodyguard to make his way past us. Once he's out of our eye line, we can vault inside, close the garage door behind us so he can't see, approach the back of the room where we will find a generator. We're going to turn that generator on, That's going to distract the guard in the kitchen, and when he comes to investigate, we can render him unconscious and take his outfit. So here he comes now. So we're just going to wait till he's got his back to us, sneak up behind him, wait for him to turn off the generator, and then pounce on him, render him unconscious. We're going to grab the gun he drops, grab his body, and we're going to hide his body in the chest freezer provided on the far side of the room, just below the map of Mexico there. So once he's safely tucked up, we're going to take his outfit, just because it will mean moving around the house a little bit easier. You can do this in your suit, but we will need to change outfit later on anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to use instinct check where Janus is, and he's just heading back upstairs, so we've got plenty of time to make our way into the kitchen, pour Janus a cup of tea, and poison the cup of tea with the lethal poison, before making our way down into the basement, where we can find our third and final clue. So again, we're just going to wait here. There is an enforcer down in the basement, as you can see, but we can sneak past him pretty easily, and we can just grab our third clue. Now unfortunately we will now have to wait for him to move away, but it does give me a slight opportunity to take out the surveillance cameras. You don't need to do this. If you know where the cameras are, you can avoid them easily enough, and we have actually avoided most of them already, but there will be one on our exit that will be a problem. So we're going to take out the cameras while we're down here, hide back behind the filing cabinets, because the guard will come to investigate where we were. He will not find us, obviously, and he will go back to his daily routine.
I couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. False alarm.
So eventually he will make his way to the other side of the basement, and we can then get past him and back up the stairs. Unfortunately, we have kind of interrupted him by taking out the surveillance system. I suppose if you wanted to, you do have enough time to run down to the other end of the room and do it manually. I quite like shooting them. I'm not a very big fan of technology. I like to destroy it whenever possible. So with the guard moving away, we are now free to exit the basement, go back through the kitchen and out the window, and we're going to run into the garden opposite, and through that garden, and at the back of that garden we will be at the garden of the house for sale, which is where we will be touring with Mr. Cassidy, and we want to gain access to this house, although I'm reluctant to use my lockpick. So we're going to make our way round to the front of the house, where we will find ourselves a key. There is also a little post-it note on the floor as well. I always grab it, but I'm not entirely sure what it's for, which is just by the door there, and just in the plant pot to the right of the door we find our key. So we're going to make our way inside this house, and just in the living space area we will find a plate that we can place a muffin on, and we're going to poison that muffin with some eggmatic poison, and that will get us a bite to eat challenge, discovery or feat a little bit later on. So from there we want to make our way upstairs, and we want to open up this locked room that the key we have does not open. And we need these doors unlocked because we don't want to be picking locks in front of Nolan Cassidy. And if you go into this room you get a bit of history.
It looks like something violent took place here. The previous owner seems to have been connected with Janus somehow. The police report mentions they found him here in a pool of blood. The house has been sealed off until a few weeks ago. Death was ruled as a severe allergic reaction.
So what we're going to do now basically is make our way to the Wilson's house just as Janus drops down
Finally,
dead.
an end to Janus. Death feels like an easy way out for a man like him.
And we need a new outfit.
We are close now, 47.
So we're going to make our way up the stairs in the Wilson's house, and in the spare bedroom here we find a serving guy, and before you enter the room you need to wait until he's literally just turned away from the door. He only takes a few steps before turning back, so you have to wait for him to literally just turn away from the door and then burst through and render him unconscious as quickly as possible, and then you can take his outfit and exit the building. And from there we are going to make our way back to the muffin stand, being aware that the server on the muffin stand is now an enforcer to us. So we're going to crouch down as we get closer, and we're going to turn on the radio by the tree here, use all the bushes for cover until we can get around and behind the server. And on the serving table we will find another plate which we will place and poison yet another muffin. And that is the real estater there in the turquoise shirt, and he will get distracted by that muffin because he's very, very greedy, loves his muffins. He will eat that muffin and he will get sick and run off somewhere to vomit. Now the reason I've hung around is because sometimes when the server comes back he re-distracts the real estate agent, and the real estate agent won't eat the muffin. He does eventually, but not always right away. So I just wanted to make sure that he got sick right away this time. So once he is confirmed to be ill, he's going to make his way very slowly to this point, just behind the park shed where there is a bin. He is in no hurry to get here, even though he's being sick, and he will follow all the pathways. You can just see him way off in the distance there. So he's going to follow all the pathways till he gets to this point, and then he'll make his way around the back of the shed here, and he will begin to be sick in the bin, and we can then get behind him and render him unconscious. So here he is now. We're just going to pounce on him, grab the key he dropped so that you don't need it, you've already got one, and we're going to hide his body in the shed where there is a cupboard provided. So throw him through the window into the shed with you, and just so that you don't overheat, we're going to take his outfit, and that will get us become the real estate agent discovery or feat. So everything is now set up for the sold challenge. All we have to do now is approach Nolan Cassidy.
Aren't you the realtor?
Mr. Cassidy, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm ready to take you to the house.
About time. Let's go. You know which one it is, right? Last one on the right, far end of the road.
So with the conversation now taken care of, we are going to lead Nolan Cassidy very slowly towards the house for sale. And if you didn't know, it's the last one on the right at the end of the road. We can go a little bit faster, even run ahead of him a little bit, but as you can see in the distance there, the mailman has just left. And if we get there too soon, the mailman and Nolan Cassidy will have a conversation, slowing us down somewhat. But once we enter into the house, we're going to make our way up to the top of the stairs here and wait.
Let's see what sort of secrets she holds.
She holds some explosive secrets, mate. So Nolan Cassidy is now going to embark on a tour of the house, and we need to show him every room.
This is the upstairs hallway. It connects all the rooms up here. Add a few closets or a large box in a corner, and the room's practical value becomes apparent.
That's all fine. Is there more to this house, though?
So that's one room taken care of. We're going to go in a clockwise direction, which means we will finish up in the murder room last.
A spare bedroom, in case you have a lot of house guests. It could also be used as an upstairs office, or a storage space with easy access to the attic above.
Interesting, I suppose, but not really something that seals the deal for me.
So, second room now taken care of. We're going to take care of the attic space. So all we have to do is climb up and present the attic to him from up here.
The attic. Not too much to say about it. It's small, tends to be prone to a leaky roof, and likely houses various types of molds.
What are you talking about? I don't care about some leaky attic. Get down here. This area was built during the Cold War.
So that's 3 down and a few more to go. So next stop will be the bathroom. And after the bathroom, we will get to the murder room. And that's the room with all the bloodstains still on it.
Here we have the master bathroom. Shower, toilet, double sinks. Perfect for the busy couple, and large enough to allow for privacy, even when occupied by two people at the same time.
What about storage possibilities? Anything of that nature you could show me?
Storage, yes. Follow me, sir. So, with the bathroom taken care of, we're now going to make our way into the spare bedroom, which would be, in my idea, a storage space. How's this?
Yet another room up here. I suppose you could use it as an office or recreational room of some sort. Maybe a place to store your memorabilia.
I don't know. Got anything more interesting to show me? It's all very familiar.
So, now into the murder room that we previously unlocked, and we're going to get a nice forensic inspection of the room.
What happened in here?
Someone bled out here. Looks like a sudden hemorrhaging. Blood pouring from the mouth and nose. Possible vomiting of blood. Distance between the pools indicates the person was conscious at first, but severely shocked. Handprint on the wall corroborates this. The person lost consciousness after 20 to 30 seconds. Probably bled out in a matter of minutes. There's a strong chance this was caused by a severe allergic reaction or a straight poisoning of some sort.
That's a very detailed description. Did you read the police report or something?
I dabble in forensic investigation, among other things.
I see. Well, let's get the hell out of here.
Right, so that's now 6 rooms demonstrated. We're going to make our way back down the stairs and wait by our poison muffin. And the poison muffin will attract the attention of Cassidy's bodyguard.
This is the downstairs living room. It is most commonly used for watching television and other recreational purposes. Large room with 2 easy-to-get-to exits. Dark floors hide stains easily. A room with lots of potential.
I don't know. I'm not really feeling it in here.
What else?
Right, so the bodyguard will eat the muffin and get sick, and that will get us the Just a Bite challenge. And we're going to continue on with the tour.
This is the downstairs bathroom. Useful when cleaning off after a messy day of work.
That's all fine. Is there more to this house, though?
So next stop will be the garden. Now I don't think the garden actually counts, although you can present it to Mr. Cassidy, which I will do just for the sake of thoroughness.
This is the garden area. Manageable size, well-placed shrubbery, useful for hiding yourself or other things. Treehouse, which affords an excellent overview of the adjoining gardens. And look at all those lawn lamps. Good thing it hasn't been raining.
Interesting, I suppose, but not really something that seals the deal.
So next stop will be the kitchen. As you can see, the garden didn't seem to count towards the
kitchen.
extensive presentation.
Gas stove. Vinyl floors, which can be quite slippery when wet. Along with the bathroom, the kitchen is the most dangerous room in the home.
What about storage possibilities? Anything of that nature you could show me?
Right, storage. Okay, well, let's see. Since the garden didn't count, I'm going to be extra thorough, and I'm going to show Mr. Cassidy the garage. It's an excellent space for storage. So we're just going to make sure he's following us. Make our way into the garage and present the garage to him.
Your standard garage. Spacious enough for someone to set up a gym or training area. With some added soundproofing, an enterprising individual could use this for many things.
Yeah, that's not gonna make me buy this place. Let's move on.
So that should be now 10 out of the 11 that it says, even though we've already shown 11 rooms. We're now going to make our way down into the basement for the pièce de résistance. So down here we will get the sold challenge,
And here's the basement. The usual boiler elements are to be found down here. And it seems a room with a safe of some sort.
Now that is more like it. That looks just like a vault. This is very interesting.
So we will now have
I'll
got
just wait
the
here till you get that
extensive
door.
presentation, challenge, discovery of feat.
Yes,
We will
now
also
this is
get
more
the
like
house
it.
for sale
This I can
mission
use.
story.
Very nice indeed. All right, let me have a look at this thing. Advanced Kronstadt Matrix Laser Home Security System. We used to break these open for training at the academy. The thing about these systems is, most homeowners are lazy. So, they don't reset the factory settings and enter their own codes. Let's just try the standard admin code, just for fun.
So Cassidy's going to disarm the surveillance or security system.
Looks like Schmidt was a bigger amateur than I imagined.
And then he's going to dismiss his bodyguard.
Frank, go outside and check the garden. I want to know how visible this vault is from the outside. Anything sticking out of the ground, weird sloping things like that.
Got it, sir.
So you're looking to sell this for, how much was it again? 1.1?
Sounds about right.
I suppose that's not unreasonable. And his vault
So
unit-
once Cassidy goes into the vault and his bodyguard is safely
All
distanced
the
himself
comforts of
into the
home.
garden,
Quite interesting.
we're just going to reactivate the security system.
No, don't touch.
And that will kill Cassidy and get us the sold challenge.
Cassidy taken care of. Both targets are confirmed killed.
All that remains now is to find the information we came for, and then get out of here.
And so, to retain our silent assassin rating, we're going to take Cassidy's body and hide him at the foot of the stairs in the freezer here, and make good our escape. So, we're going to take the garbage truck exit. Now for this exit, we do require one item, and that is a garbage truck man's disguise. And there happens to be one just lying around on the floor in the secret tunnel at the Hanson's house. That's the house with the boat outside. So we're going to lockpick our way into the garage, lockpick our way through the door, down into the basement, lockpick our way through one more door, where we will find the secret entrance to the tunnel. And once we have access to the tunnel, we're just going to make our way inside. And there are a couple of outfits on the floor in here, but we want the garbage man outfit. So with that acquired, we can now exit the Hanson's house the same way we came in, back out through the garage. And once we exit via the garage, we're just going to hang a quick left, and just ahead of us you can see the garbage truck. So there you go, that is the sold challenge, along with a number of other discoveries or feats. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.